there was a channeled message coming through, and I'm going to trust that this is finding exactly who needs to hear it because I just recorded a full length message and the sound cut out. So from the beginning, the message that was coming through was the song Make Me Proud by Drake, that I'm so proud of you. And there is just this strong urge and encouragement to look at yourself and be so proud of how far you have come. And there's just this overwhelming sense of pride from either loved ones that have crossed over on the other side or your spirit team, your guides. They're watching what you're doing, how you're continuing to push through challenges, how you're continuing to choose yourself, to choose love, to choose empathy and grace. And they're so proud of you. And you should be so proud of yourself as well. And, you know, the other thing that came through too with that song is it talks about like, you've been through hell and back. That's why you're bad as fuck, right? Like, your power is actually directly related to the challenges that you have undergone. You've literally been through hell and back. You've had to drag yourself out of the depths of hell, I feel like, in this lifetime. Drag yourself into trying to find some sort of silver lining, trying to find the light at the end of the tunnel, even when it felt impossible. Even when you thought like you would never get out of a difficult place, somehow you did. Every single time you did. Somehow you managed to still wake up the next day. Somehow you managed to still put one foot in front of the other, trusting and hoping and praying that it was going to work out, trusting and hoping and praying that things were going to finally shift, things were going to finally turn. And they always did. And if you're in this difficult place again, know that it always will. Know that it always will. Change is imminent. So whatever it is that you're not enjoying, whatever it is that you are struggling with right now, change is coming for you. It always has, and it always will. And there's something so beautiful about your energy, the way that you show up in the world, again, that is directly related by what you've been through. It's like, even through all of the trauma, even through all of the difficulty that you've experienced, you had the choice to allow that to change the way that you show up, to become more hardened, become more hopeless. And yet somehow you managed to turn that and become more empathetic, more compassionate, more kind. Not without your boundaries though, not without your boundaries, because I think you've been through a lot of lessons regarding that, regarding your emotional investments in things. But there is just this like pure-hearted kindness that comes through in your energy. And again, it's like, because of what you've been through, because of the hell that you have experienced, it's almost like you don't want other people to experience what you've been through. And so whatever you have within your control in terms of your interactions, the way that you show up in your relationships, it's like you choose to be this loving presence in people's lives. And again, not without your faults, right? This is not, I'm not trying to give you like an ego stroke or anything like that, but there is something so pure about you. And that's what's bringing in something so abundant, so loving. It makes me emotional thinking, like feeling into this energy, because again, I just feel like all of these different things that you've experienced. There's like the grief, the heaviness, the despair, the loss of hope, the loss of optimism. And then on the flip side, it's like this unconditional love, this trust, this hope, this purity. And I was hearing that the wait is about to be over. Okay, you've been waiting. You've been waiting for things to finally turn in your favor. You've been waiting to finally be moved out of some sort of chaotic situation, and it's happening now. You're about to receive the fruits of your labor. You've taken every opportunity to take the sourness and the bitterness of your experiences and turn them into something more beautiful. And whether this is like you literally taking your story and sharing it and spreading it wide for, anybody who can resonate with it, whether this is like creating content, writing a book, something in that nature where it's like directly related to your difficult experiences. Outside of that, it's also just how you show up in the world. Again, it's the way that you show up. It's the way that you choose kindness and empathy any chance that you get. Any opportunity that you get, you want to lean into that. You believe that there is still connection to be had, that you believe there is still love to be had, even in the moments where life was showing you everything but. Okay, and so I feel this immense pride for you, and I hope that you take a moment to really look at yourself and tell yourself how proud of yourself you are. There's something so beautiful about like the younger version of yourself looking up to you, the younger version of yourself idolizing you, who you've become. And I think you should have that time and, take a moment to kind of tap into that narrative, like who you were as a child and who you are now, and knowing that that childlike version of yourself that you can still access, that you can still tap into, is literally looking at you in awe of what you've overcome, who you've become. Again, how you continue to show up, regardless of what's happening in the world. And it gives them hope. It gives them hope to keep going. And it's weird, this didn't come through my original message, but there's something here about like time not being linear. And so it's like actively, your younger self actively is seeing who you are and wants to be more like them. And I almost feel like your future self or your current self was the one that was encouraging that younger version of yourself to keep going, to keep putting one foot in front of the other, to continue on the path, to not give up, to not lose hope. Okay? And that's just such a beautiful thing to realize, that you've probably been assisting yourself. Your higher self has always been guiding you, even in challenges, even in, again, darkness. You've done a lot of soul searching. You've uncovered a lot of your wounds. And you've just never lost hope. And that alone is something to be so proud of. I'm sending you love.